Hey there, welcome to PhD Weekly episode number 7. I am RKPhD. This is a weekly series where I reflect on my past week working throughout a PhD. The idea is to share thoughts or ideas on what I've been working through and learning about throughout this last week. I'm a first generation college student working on my PhD in computational biology. For this episode, I really wanted to focus in on how to find your purpose and really just asking yourself, what is my purpose? When you go to apply to a PhD program, you have to create personal statements. But I think whether or not you have found your purpose before and writing your personal statement or still sort of struggling with it, I think this video will still apply regardless. Why is knowing your purpose important? That is a great question. But first, feelings update. So overall, I'd say I'm just feeling really good. I'm feeling really happy with the way things are going. Classes are going great. I've been applying to a few different opportunities and recently had interviews for that. So things are going good there. Now, really just getting the hang of things and really preparing for finals in a few weeks. So that's really where I'm at the moment. Things are feeling really good. Feel like I'm finally getting a nice flow into the PhD and my classes, which is funny because the classes change in 2 more weeks. So I'll be back all over again, having to re-coordinate my schedule. Anyways, so that is my current feelings update. Now, in terms of this week's lesson, I really wanted to focus in on what is my purpose and really to help figure out how to find your purpose because it's not really an easy task. It can be very daunting, especially I think when you first learn about what is my purpose? Well, there's so many things I do and whatnot. So I want to help at least guide you. This is advice I would give my 18-year-old self wherever you're at in your life journey. I really hope this helps you. Why is knowing your purpose important? Well, of course, besides getting to better know yourself, getting to better understand who you are as a person, which I think is of the utmost importance. When I ask why is knowing your purpose important, I really mean more so in a career setting. I think this really helps you with branding. When you know your core values and you know who you are as a person, you can then go ahead and better tell your story and thus market yourself more effectively. No matter who you meet, you can actually be more confident in your story because you've refined it. You understand every single ingredient or recipe of your why. If, like, for me, I'm very curious and I'm very driven, I know those are for me like core values for me. So just getting to know your purpose helps you clarify your why, your core values. Apart from branding, I think also clarity on sharing your story with others, as I mentioned. When you go ahead and meet with others, especially in a research setting, when you go ahead and tell others your story, you'll have more confidence and more understanding of where you come from and how you can help others, as well as you have a better understanding of what you also don't know and where you'd like to improve. Again, you don't know what you're good at or not good at until you take time to ask yourself and really reflect. So these I think are really key areas on why knowing your purpose is important. So now into the actual how do you figure out what is your purpose? It can be a very daunting task. But I think first of all, just take time to reflect. Ask yourself questions on what do I like to do for fun? Now, a few resources I'll share with you that I were really impactful for me. One was a book called Black Sheep by Brant Menswar. It's like 100 pages, very quick, easy book. This book really helped me start thinking on what are my core values as a human being. And the whole book is focused on helping you think about questions that will help you figure out what your core values are and then doubling down. And so the main philosophy is once you have what he calls your flock of five, your five really key core values, everything else is secondary. Focus on every single day incorporating those five core values into your everyday habits. How can you make sure that each day that you approach, including those five core values, so you can feel fulfilled, so you can feel rejuvenated and energized to really accomplish the day? That is one book. Another one specifically on not just core values, but like really finding purpose and asking even more questions. I think this is a great like starting book. But to go even further, I'd recommend Built to Serve by Evan Carmichael. find your purpose, and become the leader you were born to be. Evan Carmichael, he's a YouTuber, but he's also an entrepreneur. So this is very much for any entrepreneurs out there that want to learn more on how to incorporate your passion and your purpose with what it is you do. Check this book out. I would highly recommend. But reason being, even if you're not able to read the full entire book, he has this set of questions that you can actually go ahead and ask yourself throughout that help you narrow down on what exactly is your purpose. What is your why? And your why comes from your pain. With that pain, you can create some sort of either tool or create a product that then you can sell to help other people who are now going through that pain. So you can help the people that are going through the pain that you previously went through. And so I'm just going to share with you quickly the 5 questions that he asks on how to go about finding your purpose. I think these questions were really reflective on really figuring out like the core values of your why. And the idea being is when you answer these 5 questions, underline the common words, the words that are repetitively being utilized. And those are going to be really the 3 core values that stay with you, and that is how you go about then finding your purpose. The 5 questions are: who was your favorite teacher growing up and why? What is your favorite movie of all time? What do you love most about how your parents raised you? What successful person do you look up to as a role model and why? And then for your kids, current or future, what lessons do you want to make sure they understand? And so those are really the 5 questions that then the rest of the book is built on. Of course, there's more. Feel free to check out Built to Serve by Evan Carmichael. But I think those 5 questions are really great for reflecting and thinking and really just getting to know your own core values. Maybe you're still like, I still don't really know how because I don't know maybe how to answer those questions, or I just don't know enough about myself yet. I totally understand. If you're really in that boat, then I think it really goes to go taste, test, and experiment. Go try things. Go figure out just random things that you like and don't like. So if there's something that you've been very curious about or something that you've wanted to explore for a while, schedule it. Go do it. Even if you're like, I don't know if I'd like it, just go do it. Go try it out. Do it for however long, a weekend or whatever. Block out some time and do it. And then from there, reassess. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Why? Why not? Cool. What's the next thing you'd like to do on your bucket list? Go do that thing. And as you develop and gain more experience and just different fun things, go on a roller coaster ride, go travel to wherever, like do just a bunch of fun, different things, see what you like and see what you don't like. And that way, again, you learn more about yourself. You learn, I really don't like these things because of X, Y, and Z, but I realize I really do enjoy this. Okay, why? Well, because of these other features that I get to do. Great. Like I love to go to bookstores. Why? I love the small adventure I get from just exploring and getting to potentially find a new book or think of a new question or find a new book where I can learn something new. I really enjoy that adventure. So great. When I go to buy books, it's not just online books. I understand that I like to buy books because I really enjoy adventure and discovery. The more experiences you can have, the better you'll better understand, or the better you'll get at understanding yourself. And as you improve, as you go and have these experiences, you can actually create these goals that are kind of moving goals. Let's say, you set a target, you set a goal. As you do more experiences, you can sort of update yourself and say, okay, my original goal was this, but actually I want to adjust my goal to like over here now. Great. So as you work your way, this is an arrow working towards the target. You can adjust your target accordingly based on this constant feedback loop of I like this, oh, I don't like that. Oh, but I like this. Oh, I don't like that. And you can just continue to really reiterate on that. And so I think that is definitely some advice I would give myself in terms of if you don't know, just go try things. Go do something fun, whatever that looks like for you. Fun. Everybody has something they like. Something like I know that can be very intimidating to think, but everybody, you have something you like. Whatever, however weird or whatever it is, just go do it, go enjoy it. I think it's really important to understand your core values and understand your why, understand your North Star, because a PhD isn't easy. I mean, life isn't easy, but having that North Star in the constant back of your mind, I think really helps solidify who you are as a person, helps you to develop more courage and understanding and why you do the things that you do, and help you then approach other people with some more confidence and better understanding. Now, a highlight for this past week, well, I would definitely have to say getting news that I got an interview for what's called the Brass Fellowship. It's really a program focused on developing a community of science lovers and those who want to help scientists and scientists who want to also give back to the community. Really, I think that's really like the gist of Brass. And so just finding out that I get to go ahead and interview, I think was really cool. The process is like 100 of the new first years that enter the PhD program. They get to apply, and of those, usually about 10 get an interview. So just to get an interview, I think was really cool. And then now I just gotta wait and see how that goes. And then I think a stressor. I think also the interview was also a bit of a stressor, just practicing, trying to refine again my purpose. And I think that's why for this week I was really just fixated on what is my purpose? How do I continue to refine that story? And it's always going to change as you change as a person, but you can always practice refining telling your story. But first, you just got to start somewhere. So that was also a big stressor, just practicing and preparing for the interview. Overall, I think it was a great week. I really hope you enjoyed this, really thinking about what is your purpose, and let me know if you have any questions. I hope you have a great day and look forward to seeing you in the next one.